I'm trying to figure out like where our relationship is, and I remember you translated it into Korean and then back into English. It's like, I want to end this relationship.
Hey guys, I'm Chad.
And I'm Payton.
And we brought our friends here again.
We're back.
We can't get rid of them. Today we're talking, because we thought we're gonna talk about some dating habits we've picked up while being here in Korea, because Korean dating culture is very
different.
It's different. And like you see it in the dramas, like you can see like, maybe you'll watch some Korean dramas and be like, people don't do that, but like they do that. They're like very considerate. And like, we're like, people aren't considerate at other places, but they're like really concerned about your well-being here.
A normal question, and they don't, it's not even really like they actually mean
what they're asking. Yeah.
But like, have you eaten? Like that's the translation, like have you eaten? And it's almost just a way to say like, how are you?
Right,
Yeah,
are you doing well?
Yeah. But like that's how concerned they are about
Your well-being.
you eating.
Yeah.
And while sometimes it is like, you know, just a simple like greeting, like have you eaten, is just, yeah, concerned about well-being, but something like, well, what did you eat? Like sometimes there's like, if you admit to eating something that wasn't.
Or like, even if you say like, I'm not feeling very well today, they're like, oh, well, you should go to the doctor. Like, I'll take you to the doctor. Like, when you finish work, just let me know. Or
The hospital.
Oh, the hospital. Like, I'll take you to the hospital. Like, we'll like figure it out.
Right now.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
right
like
now.
right now.
You have to change the way you talk. So like, because we speak English predominantly, because you know, our Korean is top.
It's a work in progress.
But you're dating people whose native language is obviously not English. Like no matter how good they are at English,
And
there's still nuances.
Yeah, and so for one, like you do have to speak in like a different way than you would speak like back home. Like you can't just go like around the topic that you're trying to talk about. Like you need to get to the point. Otherwise, it's like they might not understand like what you're trying to get at.
Right.
But also like they have different phrases in Korean that's like they say a lot in Korean that when you translate it in English it's like kind of weird, but like we've picked it up. I'll like leave out articles.
Yeah.
Maybe not like the.
Yeah.
I did say something the other day. It was like she was talking about going to the river, like the Han River, and she was like, yeah, we can just go to the Han River, we can like order some chicken, we can just play. And I was like, yeah, just play. We play it.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean,
Right,
just like
right.
friends,
Hang
hanging
and meet your
out.
friends. Right.
Yeah, but they say play.
You're kind of not like dumbing down, but it's like you're talking to someone using less words.
Right.
Like you're trying to make a sentence then as simple as possible.
Yeah.
And like then you have to talk very eloquently.
Yeah. I think
Right,
because
because you can't just go to a foreign country. You can't talk to someone who's not native in English. Be like, yeah, hi there, like, is there any possible way that you could just do this little favor for me? I got this. If you just make it wordy, it's not gonna work. And like, and it's best to just
And they do
simplify,
the same thing to
keep it
us
simple,
when
right?
they speak
Kids-
in Korean.
Yeah.
Like I tell my friends, like I'm like, if you're speaking to me in Korean, you have to talk to me as if I'm a child.
Right.
Yeah, yeah.
Like you have to really break it down. 'Cause,
Don't
like,
get fancy. Keep 1/10. Don't get.
Does not get it complicated. You have to get used to not meeting like in your home, like indoor dating. You have to get like if it's winter, you're outside on your date. It doesn't matter.
walking in the park.
Yeah.
So in Korea, you know, it's not so common to go back to someone else's place. We as foreigners in Korea, we have a little bit of luxury, but like if you're dating a Korean who's used to Korean dating style, you're gonna go out, you're gonna go to a cafe, and if you want more privacy than that, you're still gonna be public, like in a room cafe, or even noraebang, or PCbang, or somewhere that's still in a company, like you're still paying somewhere, you're still meeting other people, seeing other people, even though you're in your closed room somewhere.
It's because like most Korean people live with their families, and so the culture of dating in Korea is very much like meeting outside. You have to get used to being more in contact with people.
Like calls, like phone calls, Skyping, texting.
But like
You
all
gotta
the
be
time.
on the ball.
From you wake up to going to bed, usually there's definitely texting, and there's a lot of calling in Korea, which you know a lot of people our age seem to like dislike calling, but like,
I love calling.
people our age seem to like like Haley and I can bond on this. Like, we love calling, but some people they hate calling, which is very strange because like
Call me.
Yeah.
we're twice the same as what we're doing right now.
I know.
And it's not like
It takes time, and like
calling takes
Here's the thing.
You should only call if you have like tea to spill and you don't want to
text. You don't want evidence left.
Okay, here's the thing though. In the context of like dating a foreigner, texting's not gonna cut it all the time. You're gonna have a lot more miscommunication during text.
That's very true.
And I just jumped to Halie. Like Halie would sometimes text something in English and then translate it after she already sent it to whoever.
Oh yeah.
And then it would translate to something absolutely wrong.
Wrong.
And
so wrong.
So that's the thing. Like when you can see face to face, or you can at least hear the other person's voice, inflection, tone.
Because
there's a lot of miscommunication.
Right. Because I've gone on some dates and like their English isn't very good, so I know that they were using like Papago to translate what I was saying to them, and when I would, what they were saying when I would translate it, the English to Korean, and then translate it back,
absolutely opposite.
So bad.
There was one where you kind of, so you said you should be direct, where Halie said something like that was not direct, and it was just like, basically I'm trying to figure out like where our relationship is, and I remember you translated it into Korean and then back into English, and it's like, I want to end this relationship.
I was like, no!
Like, this relationship isn't going anywhere,
It's over.
It was just like absolutely wrong.
It's also like the constant communication. Like they need reassurance. Like they need to know how much you like them based on how much you want to constantly be in touch.
They'll also do it back.
Like, I know, but like I don't like that either way.
I like being like.
It's a very different. Me and Halie are very different.
And they want to see you a lot. Like in person.
In person.
Because it moves
Which I
fast.
also like.
I think a Korean relationship moves fast.
Yeah. Like the word
the end fest.
Like
It's true. Accurate.
Like no, but you could be dating for 2 weeks and like they're like very like
you're my everything.
Yeah, but then
like you don't even have to
and so that brings us to our next point of like relationships moving quickly and like the fastness of saying like I love you. Like the depth of these words aren't the same. Like in America, I feel like I love you is like a very profound, like I gotta like really be in this.
Like I'm marrying you.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, okay.
Well, whoa, okay.
Like in the future, like
you must not say I love you very often.
No.
Well, okay, so in Korea, there's kind of two ways to say love, right? Like there's like the I love you, sarang is like is love, and then there's also a deeper kind of love called jong. It's part of this like miscommunication between two languages where there is lots of different love in Korea. When suddenly you're 3 weeks in and it's like, I love you. And you're like, whoa, like we just got coffee.
3 days.
3 days in, yeah, it's like what is
We
it?
only had a coffee.
I love that coffee and I also love you too.
And I think like going to our next point about like kind of moving quickly, this idea of like couple culture is obviously it's a very stereotypical thing. I think when people think of dating in Korea is like couple culture, like needing couple outfits, having matching like screen savers, like
all of those things do happen.
Like you have to like when their name is saved, you have to put like their nickname and with like 20 emojis. Like did you guys do that?
No.
I did a little.
Haley, totally, a little. I had one emoji.
No.
Heart, kissy
no. No, definitely no. Eggyo was not my thing. Like no.
You definitely had their name with the heart emoji next to it.
I did, yeah. Like their name with the heart emoji.
Were they your lock screen?
No, I was never that. That was never me.
Their lock screen.
I don't remember. I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't think so.
You don't remember. That's all I did. Yes. That's basically saying yes.
She was the lock screen, the wallpaper,
Did you?
the cacao wallpaper.
The cacao profile pic is just Halie. All his Instagram pics were of Halie.
It was just an Instagram of like a fan page.
Let us know if you guys agree with anything we said. Did we forget anything? Let us know what you think in the comments below, and never ever ever forget to
Like, comment, and subscribe.
I'll see you guys next time. Bye.